Daily Devotionals for September 14th. Today's scripture reading will be Hebrews 3, verse 12, 13, and 19. Beware, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief in departing from the living God. Isn't that interesting? An evil heart of unbelief. But exhort one another daily while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin. Verse 19, so we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief. Well, that is very interesting. Now, of course, again, this is talking about the children of Israel, but that applies to us today. I've heard it said, believe and receive, doubt and do without. We have to believe that all things are possible through Christ. If you say it, you can say those words, but if you don't believe it in your heart, you're never going to walk in that faith. You're never going to receive what it is you're speaking about. They did not enter into the rest of God. Bob had a prophecy. It was a 100-year prophecy, and between 2020 and 2030, we entered into that decade of resting in the Lord. Okay, now COVID helped us come to a place of rest. All right, it did keep people home, but here's the thing: we need to learn how to quiet ourselves, how to just fall back into the arms of the Father and just rest in Him. That resting in Him is us not striving to do the things that He's called us to do. God gives us grace to complete what He's called us to do. Okay, if you're striving in everything, then either He hasn't called you to do it, or you're out of sync with what in the way that He's called you to do it. Okay, so we need to rest in Him, trust Him, rest in Him. It's like what was the old Greyhound commercial many years ago? It's like relax and leave the driving to us. That's what we need to do with the Lord. Just sit back, relax, let Him do the driving. We're just going along for the ride. Okay, when He calls you, obey. Hear His voice, obey. Do what He's called you to do. Stay out of somebody else's business. Stay out of their lane. Okay, will you go through a wilderness? Absolutely. And there's where you really learn to hear the voice of the Lord more clearly. Okay, why? Because it puts you in a place of desperation. All right, and you are going to hear more clearly and come out on a higher level than what you went in. Okay, all right, till next time, be blessed.